All right, Justin, IC Markets, one of the more well-known Forex brokers around the world. I think we've been reviewing and analysing IC Markets for about 10 years.
Yep.
Talk to me about IC Markets and why we think they are one of the best Forex brokers in 2023.
So IC Markets, global broker, really known about their fees. We've done a lot of testing this year, looking at fees, standard account, raw account, zero spreads. So let's get straight into it based on our testing for 2023.
I'm Noam Corbel.
And I'm Justin Grossbart. Welcome to Compare Forex Brokers.
Okay, so there are probably 4 or 5 main categories that we look at when reviewing a Forex broker and recommending them to our viewers and our readers. Let's start fees. Let's talk about the standard account. What can you tell me about IC Markets fees?
At Compare Forex Brokers, we said that the number one trading factor should be the fees.
Yep.
Okay, obviously they should be regulated, but let's ignore regulation for now and let's just say, of the regulated brokers, fees, brokerage is the most important factor. There's no doubt that when you trade, if the broker has high fees, you have a much higher likelihood that you will not do well when trading. So what we did is we opened up all the major Forex brokers at trading accounts, and then we tested the standard account. So a standard account means no commission. Very popular in the UK. And when we tested all the brokers over 25 hours, twice we tested them on a Wednesday, IC Markets came out the cheapest.
Okay, interesting. So we're talking traders who are going to trade high frequency, who are going to be in and out of currency pairs or the instruments they're trading on a regular basis, are definitely going to be looking at IC Markets fees and can effectively rest easy knowing that IC Markets fees are super cheap.
Exactly. This is for the standard no commission account. This way you know exactly what your fees are going to do before you trade.
Okay, interesting. All right, now let's talk about trading platforms. They've got a few.
Yep.
Talk to me about why IC Markets trading platforms are so fantastic.
Okay, so really when it comes to IC Markets, they offer MT4, MT5, T-Trade. They offer quite a few. It's MT5 that we view as being the best. So if you look at our MT5 section, IC Markets is recommended.
Yep.
Once again, it's to do with that low-cost standard account, but it also has to do with the fact that IC Markets is one of the best range of markets. So when you look at things like crypto, if you're allowed within your region, if you're looking at indices, they got a lot of exotic Forex options out there. It's just got a great range of markets, once again, with those low spreads. So, that's just a logical area. So once again, MT5 is what we recommend. There's a few add-ons that IC Markets do to enhance that with a standard account. That's their sweet spot.
Okay. The next most important thing that we look at when we review brokers is their customer service and support.
Yeah.
I've always been really impressed by IC Markets customer service, but what can you tell our viewers about IC Markets customer support?
Okay, so we've tested this year. So Ross and I opened a new account under a separate way because obviously I'm on the IC Markets radar. Ross only joined this year and he joined an account. So when we join and we do our testing, obviously we do a lot of customer service and we need a lot of support because we've got we're using EAs, trying to configure them to do our testing. IC Markets, really strong on the live chat. Always there. Really knowledgeable team. I mean, how many times I've spoken to a few of their competitors and the person has no idea when it comes to more technical questions. So we ask them straight up questions about their spreads. They give answers. We ask about configuration. They give the answers. So I did one call and they called me after I opened the account. I had a dedicated account manager, which is nice. So I just, this is what a trader wants. So this is for more, not so much the beginner area. We're talking about the intermediate to expert area. And that's where IC Market excels at. And their customer service just didn't seem to be, if you want to learn about Forex, it's more about how can I get you started with a VPS and talking to me about services. It's that level of knowledge. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed personally.
Okay, nice. All right. 4th most important thing that we look at when we review and aggregate brokers is their regulation or the trust factor.
Yeah.
Talk to me about IC Markets regulation, where they're regulated, the types of licenses they have.
Yeah, so IC Markets started in Sydney, in Australia, and that is their foundation license. They also
The ASIC license.
the ASIC license.
Yep.
Thank you. That's a tier one. Another tier one they have is in Cyprus.
Yep.
The CYSEC.
SISEC, yep.
SISEC. That is another one. They've got a one or two tier three licenses for people outside of Europe or outside of Australia. I don't want to go into those, but definitely if you're in one of these areas, let's say Singapore, they will onboard you with one of these tier 3 licenses. So it's really worth understanding which entity is IC Markets going to onboard you and what levels of protection that provides you, and then how that impacts your leverage. So for example, in Australia and in Europe, your leverage on major forex trading is normally 30 to 1,
Yep.
unless you're professional, and then it's 500 to 1, but most people are eligible for 30, whereas the offshore entity is 500 to 1 for retail investors. So pros and cons based on the
Yeah, I
entity.
mean, that shift to offshore licensing has been really popular across all brokers, not just IC Markets,
Exactly.
over the last few years as regulators have become stricter. But yeah, very important to take a look at how you're protected, where you're protected, and based on your kind of risk profile, deciding whether to kind of on board with IC Markets under their Australia license if you're in Australia, or their offshore.
But we're probably overcomplicated. It's a big broker, well regulated, it gets a massive tick from us.
Okay. What type of trader would you recommend to IC Markets? Because, you know, they're a popular broker, they've got heaps of reviews. I think at last check they've got nearly 30,000 Trustpilot reviews. What type of trader would you recommend to IC Markets?
Okay, let's simplify this. We recommend IC Markets for someone looking for the cheapest standard account, so they don't want to trade with commissions, and we recommend them for MetaTrader 5. So we think that the sweet spot is if you want a MetaTrader 5, low spread broker, definitely we'd recommend IC Markets. That's the sweet spot.
Okay, so just to recap, when it comes to fees, the standard fees, IC Markets were the cheapest.
The cheapest, their raw account competitive, but not the cheapest. That's why we're weighing this way.
Trading platform, we were really impressed with the service, the suite of offerings under their MT5 offering.
And they've got a few extensions, which that just makes MT5 trading a bit easier with better charting tools, better indicators, etc.
Customer service, they really know what traders want and need. And
Not for beginners, remember that.
Not
We're
for
not
beginners.
recommending IC Markets. There's better traders out there if you're new to trading. But if you're an experienced trader, the customer service guys know. They're traders themselves. It's very obvious.
they know what they're doing.
And they're fast and they're responsive. So I'm big tick there as well.
Okay, regulation, again, we said they've got a few licenses. The main tier ones are their ASIC license in
Yep.
Australia, their SISEC license in Cyprus.
Yep.
They've also got a few offshore ones.
And they're large, so they can be trusted. They've been around for, I think it's 15 years. Huge broker. I wouldn't be worried about trust.
Okay, and finally, the type of trader that we'd recommend to IC Markets would most definitely be
MT5, standard account, low cost.
regulated.
Regulated.
Regulated and experienced traders, basically.
Experienced traders.
Okay, great. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked that review, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what other reviews you'd like us to do for you. If there's a broker that you've looked at, you can't really kind of put your finger on whether they're good or not, let us know in the comment section below. We'd be happy to do the analysis for you. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us today.